Hi, everyone. I'm Rachel Chamness at Sound Waves Heal. Very nice to see you all here today. I will be talking a little bit about my Fae Oracle cards, Elemental Magic and Manifestation. I guess I should, there we go. So you can read them. And so I usually come on, I talk about two of my cards in the deck, and then I give readings for an hour. So my name is Rachel Chamness, and I am a shamanic healer and teacher and instructor, and I'm also a medium as well. Hi, everyone. Hi, how are you? Thank you for coming on. So first we're going to, hi. Oh, there's a huge spider in here. I'm just looking at it. Ooh, but that's okay. Spiders are good omens, right? I forget what it means, but I remember it's good. So I'll be giving some readings, and then I'll do a group card and a healing. Don't forget that I'm here with FindMeAMedium.com, and you'll have to give approval to StreamYard if you're inside of a Facebook group so that I can see who you are, and you'll have to keep posting, as I'll just be clicking the last couple of comments as I go through, and I will want to make it as easy as possible, so I appreciate that. Okay, so let's start with, I have two cards to show you today, and this one of the Phoenix. Here we go. Let's see if I can switch here. Okay. This is Problem Resolved, the Phoenix. And let's see. Let's go back to comments. Hi, Rory. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Joanne and Claire, Tanita. Okay, so this is my deck, the Elemental Magic and Manifestation. It's got over 37 different elemental beings, and it teaches you how to use the cards if you've never used Oracle cards before, if you're a beginner, and it also teaches you how to use them if you are an advanced reader or healer, because they will come forward for you in this deck. These Fae have come forward to be channeled. Hi, Veronica, and they will show up for you. So I'm just going to read you a little bit of that's here, and if you would like to buy my deck in North America, you can buy it on Amazon. Across the pond, you can buy them. Across the ocean, wherever you are, you can buy them off my website, and they are discounted on my website to help you with the shipping, which is insane, I'm sure. Okay, so Problem Resolved. If you get this card, which somebody definitely will, the Phoenix brings truth and justice as well as rebirth. Call on these creatures when you feel justice is needed. The Phoenix warns you that justice isn't always what you think it is, so you must always ask for the highest good of all and accept what comes to be. However, this card signals a good outcome for you. So if you get this card that's saying that a problem is going to be resolved, and also, to remind you to be grateful for whatever the resolution is and try to find the reason for that if it doesn't feel like it's the answer you wanted, and that came from an experience of my own there. So there's also a channel from each being, and this one says, your problem is shifting to a favorable resolution. You have asked for help from the universe. Now you have received it. Once you have shifted your vibration from asking for help to acceptance and gratitude for your favorable outcome, you will see results rather quickly. Celebrate. Okay, that's the first one. And then we're going to do just one more, and then I'll do readings. So this is, of course, it's one of my favorites because I'm a mermaid. I love mermaids. So Receive with Grace, Kendall the Mermaid. Hi, everybody. I see all your messages there. So this is a regular mermaid, and in the book it says, mermaids are a very diverse group of elementals. There are so many different kinds. Many are from Atlantis, like this one. Oh, this one's Atlantis mermaid. That's right. Perhaps you were a mermaid there as well, as was I. They want to help us to have emotional freedom and let our emotions flow into a positive state by releasing all that is not serving us. So Kendall says in her channel in this book, where are you not receiving or allowing? It is time to release all blocks to receiving. The universe cannot bring you gifts and abundance if you refuse what is offered to you. If you are working from an old story of unworthiness, then you may be blocking all that you wish to come to you in this world. Healing and self-reflection is in order, as well as a more consistent practice of gratitude. So you can see how my cards here really help you answer your everyday questions. They help you connect and learn about all different kinds of elemental beings, and they're very, very helpful. And so I hope you'll buy yourself a deck, especially they're just a little indie deck that I made myself, so appreciate it. And there's a really very large spider in here. Should I show you the spider? I wonder if you'll be able to see it. Okay, here we go. You ready? Look at him. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm sure it's fine. Okay, so hi everybody. I'm going to be doing readings now. Yeah, so hi Claire, Joanne, Elaine, Rory, Tainita, oh hey Nikita, and Karen, Debbie, Sarah. Hi Andrea, Gretchen, how are you Gretchen? Hi Raylene and Sarah. I know, right? Oh well. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle these cards to be in the right order for however I do it. And do any of you read cards or any of you have oracle decks, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. So just one more thing I need to check real quick. Okay. And you can find me. Oh, it's a ticker. Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. You can find me at Sound Waves Heal. Okay. Yeah, Spider wants a message, you think? Oh, that's sweet. That's great, Debbie. I'm glad to hear it. Okay. All right. So, Elaine, you're first. You get Witness the Miracle. This is a guardian gnome. So there's more than one type of gnome. This is a type that works in very special places, ley lines, or sacred sites like the Standing Stones. So you'll see the Standing Stones in the background. His name's Balthazar, and he's a guardian gnome. And this card is Witness the Miracle. So he's saying, oh, he has a message for you. Here we go. Watch what comes forward for you, what you are creating, and what is finally coming to fruition. For you will feel it is miraculous as it comes to be. It is right and well to release your hesitancy and begin to trust that all will pass as you wish, and begin to celebrate as soon as you begin to see that it is manifesting. And this is what we say to you: the more that you celebrate the receiving of this great miracle, the faster it will manifest for you. Okay, that was Balthazar. I was channeling. And I'd like to say that he also showed me while he was talking that, so it looks like what you're manifesting is like it's just starting to form, and it is it's quite a big thing, a long thing, and because of that, it may take some time. And so they really want you to start celebrating early, really get into like law of attraction, thinking about the end result, feeling like it's here already, and never talk about it as it's in the future. Talk about it as it's in the now, and that will help it manifest faster, because it does look like a long-term manifesting thing, like something that's like takes time. So by taking steps, yourself to get there, and saying it's here, and not it's coming, then that should help you get there faster. You're welcome. Thank you, Joanne. Oh yeah, those old Doreen Virtue decks are great. I love them. All right, Joanne, you got Celebrate. Wintana the Fairy Mermaid. I love this card, Mother Mermaid. So celebrate. Okay, so I see a small win for you is happening now. And if you can celebrate that, it's almost the same message that I just gave. If you can start, except it's a smaller thing. If you can start celebrating that now, it's going to help you bring more in the future. So celebrate this win and you're going to get a much bigger win. So they're kind of saying like sometimes you get these small wins and you feel like, oh, well, that's good, but that's not quite what I asked for, but you need to celebrate them anyway because it will turn into what you asked for. Yeah. So I hope that helps. Yes, Elaine, patience is a virtue for sure. Okay, this person needs to click the link, the streamyard.com Facebook.com/, which one is it? Help me out, Veronica. Which one is it that you have to click? This one, streamyard.com/Facebook. That's what you have to do. There you go. That's the link you got to click. Okay. All right. Good morning, Brianna. Hi, Krish. Hi, Julie. Hi, Tiffany. Thank you, Nikita. You're welcome. Hello. Okay, Julie's next. You get Flow. Earthly, the lava mermaid. So much is flowing for you. Like life is just, things are going so well. Everything that you have been channeling lately, which I've been witness to and is really beautiful, is just in a great sense of flow. And so just they want you to keep it going, and they have some interesting things they want to tell you. One is to, and this is really silly, I'm sure you're doing it anyway, and I really hate it when they tell me to tell people this, but they're saying make sure you drink a lot of water because you're bringing in a huge amount of energy, and they're saying that you may need to not only drink water, but you may need to like watch too, like you might be hungrier than normal. You might need like you might even experience like a low blood sugar because there's so much happening and you haven't been drinking enough. Okay, so yeah, I would like really step up the water and also watch that you might need some more snacks or something like that, because they're saying they're pulling so much energy through you that it's kind of a big deal. It's a big deal. So make sure that you do that because otherwise you could experience, that it wouldn't be flowing as much. So if you want it to flow more, that's what you should do. Okay. You're welcome. So hi, Krish. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Debbie. Veronica. Okay, Rory. Let's get you a card. You got yes. Philomaya, the fairy. She says yes. Say yes. Okay, so she says, when was the last time you said yes? This feels like what she's actually talking about is something someone has asked you many times and you always say no with good reason, but things may have changed a little bit and she wants you to consider saying yes or even a partial yes. So whatever this is, whoever has been asking you this question for a long time, something's changed with them. I almost wonder if this is something romantic. It's possible, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's, could be some other kind of love, like sister or something. But I feel like it's love related. And the question that's been asked so many times, you had very good reasons. I just want to say this again. You had very good reasons to say no, but now that person's changed a bit. And if you could give some sort of yes or a partial yes or some sort of agreement, then you could really help them a lot and it would be very rewarding for you. So it could be something like, your sister asks you to help her move every time and you're just like, no, you need to stay in one place, but this time you're going to help her. I don't know. They're not showing me exactly what it is, but just keep your eyes open for that one thing that you keep telling the same person no. Or maybe someone's been asking you out on a date or something and you always say no, but now the person might be like, kind of changed. So think about it. Maybe but it doesn't have to be a full yes. It can be like, oh, we'll go to coffee or I'll help you for 2 hours or something like that. But it's just not a total no. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, it's going to make sense in about a week. Okay, Tainita is, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Tainita, you got healer So are you a healer, Tanita? Do you, well, sorry, I just picked a card for you. I'm so sorry about your boyfriend, but okay, but let's see if we can get some more information involving that. So Bon, the tree spirit, comes forth to tell you you're a healer. And so I do get that with your boyfriend that passed, and I'm so sorry. So here on earth, we grow a lot from trauma. Like, trauma is the number one thing that that makes us grow. Exactly. I knew you were going to say that. And this is a huge thing that's happened to you to really show you it's time. And really what I've been getting, and I was just talking to a friend just now before I came on about this, I really feel we're at this place now where, all of you out there who want to tap into your gifts, who want to learn how to be a medium or be a healer, channel. Like, I teach people how to channel light beings, not just for messages, but for healing, bringing through light, bringing through all kinds of higher dimensional work. That's what I do. And what Spirit is showing me is like, this is the time where all of you who want to learn this sort of thing or learn any kind of thing that involves your extrasensory clairs, perception or extrasensory senses, that this is the time. Like, it's time to decide, am I going to keep talking about this or am I going to do it? That now's the time to decide. And it's time to say, if you want to do this, if it's time to do this, then you need to do it. And it's not about waiting and just talking about it. It's like, walk the walk. If you want to do it, it's time for you to step up and do something about it. Yes, exactly. Help other people who are grieving. It's probably your light path, a path that you've come here to do. And with your boyfriend passing, it's pushing you into that direction. And so how do we get there? Find maybe a course or someone to teach you, or find start with a step. Start with a decision. I'm going to do this, and start now. And so the healer card really comes up to say, you're a healer. How are you going to heal these people who are grieving? How are you going to help them accept and work towards acceptance and work through that grief? And how can you help them? How are you going to bring through healing and help for them, and start making a plan? Start asking your spirit guides, give me a sign. I don't know what to do. How am I going to find out? Yeah, meditation videos. That's great. Very good. Very good. If you want to learn about spirit guides, I do have a free spirit guide masterclass on my website that teaches you how to work with spirit guides. And there's meditations in there and all kinds of things at soundwavesheal.com. You guys can find that. Okay. All right, Georgina, I get for you our next. You got synchronistic events. Starlight, the dolphin pod. So dolphins are elementals too. And so you see, like, it's a whole pod. Synchronistic events are happening for you, Georgina, meaning that have you noticed that things just seem to be like, oh, wow, that just fell right into place. That was almost too easy. I always feel like they're giving me the feeling that you're almost like, that was too easy. Do I trust that? I think you should trust it and trust your spirit guides. They're bringing you all kinds of events. They're lining up on purpose. Can you put together in your mind what they're showing you, what they're trying to, the path they're trying to push you on? Because they're really working hard, your spirit guides, to show you that. Oh, that's great. Okay, Maxine, you get abundance windfall. This is Samhai the troll, a little ugly looking, but very sweet and protective being, these trolls. They're a type of giant. And the abundance windfall means like much abundance coming to you. I kind of get like a big dump of money. Like something happens that's just like, oh, wow. Well, I didn't expect it to be that much. Or, so things like coming into a little more financial flow for you, and just things feeling like, I get the sense of things feeling a little tight, beginning to loosen, and things feeling really, oh, okay, that's better. It's so much better. So yeah, that's great. Okay, Edwina, you're next. You get Listen, Mudu, the tall elf. Many types of elves. Used to be 11 as an elf, 11, but now there are 12. That's what they tell me. So Mudu is a tall elf. Think Lord of the Rings, whatever. He's got a lot of fairies around. This is what I always call the clairaudience card. Listen to what your spirit guides are telling you. They're giving you a lot of messages. They're giving you a lot of signs, and they're giving you a lot of auditory signs. So listen and believe that they are signs and that you're not making it up. That's like one of the biggest hurdles to opening your clairs, is that you must believe what you're getting. And when you do, they will expand. It's like the first test. Do they believe the signs we're giving them, these humans? And when they do, we will give you more and make it bigger. But first, you have to believe them. And if you don't believe them, then you'll be stuck in that place forever. And all you have to do is believe. So what's that going to cost you? Nothing. No, sorry. Hi, Z. I want to know how to say your beautiful name. Let me know. Is it Z? You got worthiness, Beesby, the cell key. So where is worthiness showing up for you to be healed? Maybe it's time to do a little shadow work around inner child healing and worthiness. That's what I'm kind of getting for you. There's some inner child healing that could be really helpful for you. I do have a link in soundwavesheal.com/shadow-work, or you can find it in my blog. That is teaches you how to work through hard things in a way that makes your life lighter. And I hope that that can be helpful to you. Because what I'm getting is a little bit of this worthiness is coming up for you. And it's kind of like they're saying it's showing its head so that you can recognize it. So you see this thing and you're like, oh, I did that to myself because I thought that I didn't deserve that. Now I see what I did, because we do these things unconsciously. Like we think we're so worthy, like that we're so into our like self-love. And I know I feel that way sometimes, and I'm always surprised. Ooh, I did that thing, that's showing me where I still have worthiness to heal. And all of us have worthiness to heal. Like, I don't think there's anybody out there who doesn't have worthiness to heal. It's the human condition. And so they're just kind of showing you it's coming up. Notice it, and I'll try to trace it back where what needs to be healed, or what thought needs to be thrown out, or what needs to be done there. What can help you, and ask your spirit guides to lead you to help you. Okay. Yes, this is the one. If you can't get this to show it, like for instance, if you're not on the app, if you're on a browser on your phone, it might not work if you click the link. Then you can say your name over and over each time you post. Like, you'll see other people do that. And then that can help me give you a card. All right. I never know if this is Paul or Luke, but this is for you. Grounding. Sortal, the wood nymph, comes forward to say, how are you grounding into this new place that we're at in this journey of ascension? Where we're at right now, regular grounding's not enough. You need to go deeper, deeper, deeper. In fact, this month we're working on grounding in my TAG Lightworkers group, which is a membership for lightworkers. And we work with connecting to beings of light, such as Fae Elementals, of course, and angels and ascended masters, galactic beings, and all other helpful beings of the light. And one thing they're teaching us this month with elemental beings is about how we just need deeper grounding right now. And I do have a masterclass on my Sound Waves Heal YouTube channel that I put up last night. It's a preview of the TAG masterclass, where it talks a little bit about this. So they're talking about the 7th dimensional center Earth grid and how we can connect to it. And I really think that that's important for you. I remember that you are a healer, right? So yeah, just need to think about how you can ground more, how you can do all kinds of grounding. There's like deep grounding into Mother Gaia's grid, ascension grid, and then there's local grounding, and there's just, disconnecting from the 3rd dimensional matrix, that sort of stuff. So I would recommend that. Okay. And actually, so I can give you a little grounding healing right now. Where's my pendulum? Beautiful pendulum. Where did you go? Did I put it up? I'll have this one. It's hiding from the fairies are hiding it. Okay. That was grounding from, oh, was that a gremlin or a little troll? It was no, it's a gremlin. A little gremlin. That's who we're working with this month. Good gremlins. Well, gremlins they're neutral. They're not good or bad. Okay, Krish. Oh, Gretchen, that's so cool. Okay, Krish, you got reevaluate. Ginsis, the garden gnome. Just reevaluate what you're thinking about. This morning, they're saying there's some decision you're making this morning. If you've already made the decision, one thing they always say is you can always change your mind. You absolutely can. Like, we sometimes are like so deeply mired into, well, I said this, so I can't now unsay it. Actually, you can say, you know what, upon further thought, I don't think it's a good idea. And so I'm just gonna, there's ways to do that. But mainly it looks like whatever, you haven't really made the decision yet, I don't think. So what they're really asking you to do is just think about it a little bit, because there's more to it, like more conditions you might want to add. It's not like you're going to change your mind all the way, but just a few more conditions and things you want to add. So I hope that's helpful. You haven't made a decision. Yeah. So there's more to think about. It's like, so they kind of show me like, when you have someone sign a contract and you kind of add a few things in, like I would just think through like some scenarios that might not be awesome and what you would do about that or something like that, and just have that kind of contingency. And it might not be that whatever decision you're making has a contract or anything, but it might be that there's another person involved you want to say those things to, just so you know this doesn't include blah, 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 or something like that. Or it could be that these are boundaries you make to yourself, and you don't actually say to the other person. You say to yourself, okay, I'm going to do this, or I'm not going to do this because blah, blah, blah. Whatever it is, this is a boundary I'm making. Either way, if I say yes, then the boundary is except for this. And it's like you're just making that strong. You're like, it's like a pact with yourself. And you might even share it or you might not. So that's what they're saying. Okay, so they say you're going to make the right decision. You know what the right decision is, but the reason it's hard to make it is because it needs to have conditions, basically. I guess I could have just said that in the beginning, but over-explaining. Okay. Hi, Judy. Thank you so much for coming. Okay. Keep commenting and I'll get to you for sure. Okay. All right. So who was next? KZ, right? All right, KZ, you got caution. This is Fiscot the Balboan. This is like a type of Sasquatch, basically a little smaller, still very, very, very big. And so caution, it's not the greatest card, but let's look into it. Caution is, okay, they say things aren't exactly how they appear. So they literally are showing me like a vision of something, and it kind of like, oh, there's something to notice there. Like it's like fizzling, and then I'm noticing like this little dot. It's like there's something about a situation that you may not be seeing all the details, or it might not have happened yet. It might be happening in the next 48 hours. So just be wary. Make sure you get all the information. Look hard. It's kind of like with your vision. They want you to look a little bit deeper. And they also show me this. Sometimes when you know a person well, it's like when you look at them, you don't notice changes as much. And so it's like kind of look deeper, like at the person to see if maybe there's something you didn't notice because you see them a lot. Does that make sense? It's kind of like they're showing me like my mom's getting older. She's in her 80s. But whenever I look at her, I don't see that she's like in her 80s. I have to be like, it's hard for me to see that because it's like I know her so well. It's that same sort of thing. You just look a little deeper, look a little bit more on the surface, look at the situation. It's all about seeing, okay, with your actual eyes. Okay, Andrea. Oh, look, you got problem resolved with the cards that we were just looking at. Ramalt the Phoenix. So the problem is resolved and in your favor. And so just keep, like, it's resolved in my favor. I know it is. And everyone else is going to see that soon. It's kind of like this thing where you're not looking at like it's going to be, people will see, well, actually other people's fine, but you say, I know it's resolved and it will show itself. It's kind of like, it's a good way to sort of, bring the feeling of now with the situation that helps you with the law of attraction. Is like, it's resolved. Maybe everyone can't see it yet. Maybe I haven't really seen all the signs, but it's resolved. And you could also ask for a sign. And so then with that, like, feeling of like resoluteness, so glad it's resolved, that's going to help it like come to fruition so much faster, and it's in your favor. So that's good. Okay, Melissa, you're next. You got gratitude. This is Barry the Wolf. This is a really interesting being, that kind of like a bear, wolf, humanoid, Fae being. They're a type of giant. They're all about Fae music. Have you ever heard Fae music where you're just like, I hear that tune. What is that tune? It's like you can't sing it back, but you hear it. It sounds a little bit like you can sort of hear it. You can't hear every note, and you don't know where it's coming from. That's Fae music. I feel like I talk about that every time I come on here. So the gratitude card is coming to you because they just want you to be so grateful for all the things you do have, and that will help you manifest the things that you're trying to manifest. For instance, they want me to tell you about this, like what the example I always give is like when you want to manifest a new house or a new place to live, but you're like, oh, I hate this place. It makes it really hard to manifest the new place because your body is repeating the I hate where I live sort of scenario, because that's what you're saying, that's what you're manifesting. So instead you have to look at all the things you love about the house. Well, you know what? I have a lot of good memories in this house. I love the neighborhood, or I love the floors, and try to be grateful for the things that you do love, and that will help you flip into a new house. And that's how I manifested my house. So that's the example that I always give. Okay. All right. Yeah, do that. Okay. You'll have to get creative with that one. I'm trying to remember who, it was Judy that they wanted me to read. Okay, Judy, set your sights higher. Layla, the seahorse. So when you get this card, it's kind of like you've accepted something. You're like, okay, well, I guess that's a good compromise. I'll take that from the universe, whatever. Like, it's good enough. But they're saying, no, it's not good enough. You need more. You need to, they're saying literally, you need to really come to a place where you're like, I deserve more. It's almost like you get a raise, but it's not, it doesn't even make a difference. And you're like, oh, well, I guess that's as much as they'll give me. And Spirit's like, no, you ask for more, and you insist because you're worth it, and you will tell them that. And I don't know if that's just an example, but like whatever it is, set your sights higher. You deserve better, and you need to embody that feeling. I am better than this. I deserve better. And then when you ask for it, whether it's from the universe or from a person, or then you will get it. Okay. And if this involves another person, I have on my blog at soundwavesheal.com, there's a blog post called speaking to someone. I don't know, just look for Archangel Gabriel. It's something like talking to someone through Archangel Gabriel, and it is a most amazing technique. It will help you all so much. I absolutely recommend this so much. Okay, so check it out. Especially if you are looking for a raise. That'll help. That's what made me think of it. Okay, so Debbie, you are safe. Kel, the silver fairy, these cool metallic fairies. There's a bug in here driving me crazy. These cool little fairies. Cal comes forward to say that you're safe, whether it's something that you're worried about losing, or it's finances, or it's personal safety. Just know that you are safe. And they show me like your spirit guides are holding you in their hands, and like they're just holding you like you're safe, and you can trust that. And take some time to take deep breaths. They kind of saying that you might be in a little bit of fight or flight, and so if you can just take deep breaths and try to release it, and try to get into like a more calm state, that's going to help you quite a lot. And just remember, you're safe. whatever it is that's worrying you. Even if it involves like someone else, like if you're worried about someone else, it's really about, that they're okay too. You're okay. They're okay. It's all going to work out. Like, thank you, Veronica. Oh, that's fantastic. Good for you. Okay, Rose, you got leadership, the centaur. Where are you being called to be a leader? And what I get is you're already leading, or people are like pretty much forcing you there. And there's a little bit of self-worthiness to be resolved here, where you feel like, I don't know why everyone wants me to do this. I don't know that I'm really good at this, or this is my thing. But they're like, oh, yes, it is. And it's preparing you for something bigger. So where they're calling you to, and I feel like the roses are a hint. They're calling you to be a leader, and maybe it's just in this small way, but it's going to really grow. And it's a really great place to learn more leadership skills. So really, whatever it is, go for it. Do it. Trust in yourself. Look at what worthiness is coming up to say that it's not that you're not good enough. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, Tracy. Okay. You got Be Uniquely You, some of the Pink Dolphin. So being uniquely you, what is this card about? It's about like, there's so much of us that we don't show the world. I mean, look at me here giving you all these messages. Like at some point, and I was a singer. I was an opera singer, which is already weird, to be as, I know everyone out there's gonna be like, no, that's a cool thing to be, but yeah, try being one. It's a very strange world. And so one of my side gigs was that I sang in church, in a Catholic church. I was a cantor for many, many years. And then I came out and said, I'm a psychic. I'm a medium, I'm a medium and a healer. And it was hard. And I thought that it was going to be like horrible. Like people were going to just talk about me or, be really weird. And actually nothing happened except that I just got happier and things got better. And that's kind of like a big thing, but maybe it's something little, something that you don't show the world. And you never know. Okay, so I have this friend, and she and I both were like obsessed with this really silly show. And we never even knew that about each other because we never talked about it. And we talked about it and we're like, oh my gosh, I love this show. Now we like watch the show all the time. And like we talk about how everybody always makes fun of us for watching that show. And you know what I mean? So it's like sometimes you just have to be yourself, be weird, and be whatever, and you'll bring more people who appreciate that to you and find, sweeter friends who really get you. And I have another friend they're showing me. So it must be a friend thing where I was really afraid to say a few things that like, kind of weird about me. And turns out she's exactly the same way. And we just had such a great conversation about it. And yeah, so that's what they're telling you. Just be yourself, and you're going to be amazed at what happens. Hi, Rebecca Woodley. So I am live in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. So if it feels like you're posting and nobody can see you, it's because I've got a much bigger list here. So Make a Decision is coming up for you. Melius, the Whale King. Did you know that whales are also elementals? And there's a fly in here. And so Make a Decision. They're also calling you to make a decision. It's something that you feel lost. You feel lost and you don't know how to make the decision. It's kind of like a decision that feels really like heavy. Like one way you think probably that's the way, but what in the heck would you do? I'm just, what would you do? Like, okay, like it's hard to see where you would go after you make the decision. And so they're saying, please get some help to make this decision, like a counselor, spiritual help, spiritual counselor or therapist or someone. Hi, Myarina. I can see you, Amy. Make something. So there's something really here where they're just saying, you know, you're going to need some help to make this decision, because it's not just about making the decision. It's about what follows the decision. And until you can, it's like you kind of know what you need to do, but until you can see where you would go from there, how can you make that decision? And they also want to say that, you know, and I just saw my sign, which is the biggest sign that I get, which is the number 144. So they're also saying, so that means this is super, super important. They're saying that you haven't done anything wrong, and don't beat yourself up for not making that decision. The reason you're stuck is that you have to decide what you would do afterwards. And once you figure that out, the decision's going to be easy, and it's going to be a huge relief. So yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah, there's to see 11:44 a.m. That's my number 144. Yeah, so maybe you need a counselor, guidance, reading, you know, someone you trust. Of course, you know, I do that too if you want, but whoever you trust. Yes, I have one for you. You got self-employment. I know you're like, duh. I just show my age by saying duh. But anyway, Chardash, the dragon, comes towards self-employment. He shows that you have the keys. Do you see the keys? You have the keys to self-employment. But you have the motivation, but what you need to do is, so what's difficult for you is the time, right? Because you have a lot of children and you're doing a whole lot of really important things. And so they say you have to make it as important as the other things and put yourself forward. Yeah, self-employment stuff. So they're like, you have to make an appointment with yourself. You're going to say, this is what I'm doing, and this is how I'm going to do it. You need to make a plan, and you need to make an appointment. So you're going to say, okay, you're going to have to tell your husband or get a babysitter or something and be like, on Thursdays or on Saturdays, you know, maybe you can get a cheaper babysitter during the week if your husband works a lot. And you're going to say, you know, this from 9 to 3 is my time on Thursdays. And that is when, you know, all questions go to my sister, or all questions go to my husband, or to the babysitter, or to the neighbor, or you have a trade with a friend where like, you take all my kids on Thursdays from 10 to 3, I take all your kids on Fridays 10 to 3, and we can do this and give each other this time. You're going to make a plan. You're going to be decisive, and you're going to be like, this is what I'm going to do, because if I don't do it now, I will never do it. And that is the biggest message I'm getting for everybody right now. If I don't do it now, I will never do it. And so you must do it. You must do it. Yes, I get chills. Like they're like, do it, do it, do it. Just do it. Make that decision. Make that time. It's going to make a huge, huge difference. Hi, Sarah. Yes, you have to click the StreamYard thing. Okay. Sarah, you got specialist support. Jumbaksh, the gremlin, is coming forward to tell you that you need a specialist. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether it's like, you know, you're like, I can totally fix that leak under the sink. No, you better call someone. You better call a plumber. Or even if it's like, I can do this. I can do this thing to myself, even though I've never done it before. Like this, you know, whatever it is. You might want someone else to do it. And you know, getting that specialist to help you is going to be more than helpful for the problem. Excuse me, hiccup. It's more than helpful for the problem. It's going to help you learn something really important. So what I get is that Spirit has pushed you into a situation where you need a specialist, because you will learn something very, very important from the interaction, even if it is the plumber. But I have a feeling it's more like spiritual session. But whatever it is, that's what's, see, that bug just loves me. Sorry. That's what's important. Okay. They're gonna show you something. So I see this all the time where people come for sessions, and they come for, I have this problem and I just can't fix it, and I just need some help. And then when they come, it's like they were brought here because what was really important is that they learned something else. So the problem was resolved, of course, and then after it was resolved, then they needed to know this other thing that was super, super important and really gave them a boost for going forward. I see that all the time, and that's kind of what they're showing me for you. Here it is. Here it is. I put it on the bottom. Okay, Jean, you get release and go. Yes, with the polar bear. Yes, polar bears are also elementals. My joy guide's a polar bear named Fred. He's very funny. He looks very much like this, actually. I modeled him for Yeshua. He didn't mind. So, Jean, it's time to release and go forward. Is this about love? I wonder if this is about love. It's okay to go forward. Whatever it is, when you release the past and really just to take some steps forward, it doesn't negate what's in the past. It doesn't make it any less beautiful or special, but it's just about time and about times of life and moving forward. So it's just time to move forward a little bit more and allow things back in your life. And it's okay. It'll be different, but it'll be beautiful. Okay. All right. I think you know what I'm talking about. So, I want to say your name. Hanszenheide. Oh, is that like Hans and Heide? Okay. I'm saying it wrong, right? Oh, it's not German, so I can't say it. Okay. No, your name's Megan. Okay, well, I got it all wrong. Okay. Music for manifesting, Megan. You got Miley the leprechaun. So this is a card all about how you can use music to manifest things. So if you're not already doing this in some way, like language or sound healing, or maybe you have like a sound bowl. I got several up there. Can you see all my sound healing equipment? I've got sound healing equipment everywhere. Really, can you really see my bowls? Oh, there they are. They're like some stacked here. I got one over there. I do a lot of sound healing. So maybe you're being called to like get some sort of sound healing equipment. Like all these are my forks, tuning forks. I got like 30 tuning forks in those bags. But something to use for manifesting. You're a music lover. So you might be being called to do more than just do it for yourself. Maybe you're being called to play the crystal bowls and start sound baths. Maybe you're being called, you'll go buy some tuning forks, start using them on yourself, and then be like, I want to use this on other people. And all your friends are going to be like, oh, we use that tuning fork on me. It's like the beginning of something is what I get. So I don't know. You should maybe look into some sound healing equipment, maybe drumming, maybe light language, light language attunement. I do that. And it's really rewarding. And when you learn light language, you can attune others. So like I have a course on my website, or I teach it privately. And once you take it, you can do it for others. The rainbow's symbolic for you too. I also was really getting this dove. So this bird, or I don't know what it's supposed to be, but even though these are my cards, I was like, and there's a white bird. And so she drew one, so I'm not sure what it is. But the white bird is also really showing itself to me. And I think that the white bird is about that this is going to bring you so much peace. There's a lot of peace for you to go forward with this. I love rainbows. Tiffany, didn't I get you in the beginning? I thought you were the first person I gave us a message to. Oh, cool. Awesome. Well, you guys know that, tell me if you want a card. I can, let's see, Yvonne. Okay, Tiffany, I'll give you another card, but I'm pretty sure I gave you one. I thought you were the first person. So Yvonne, you got compassion. Lathrali, the tree spirit. Lathrali comes forward to tell you that there's a situation that's triggering you. So I get there's a situation and it's like that. It's a thing you hate more than anything. And it really triggers you. And they're asking you to take some deep breaths, work through your trigger, and try to look with eyes of compassion and see if you might get something else. And it doesn't mean you have to do anything. It doesn't mean you have to change your mind, but that you could feel some compassion for the person who's doing the thing that you can't stand more than anything. Like for me, that would be lying. Like whatever it is that you're just like, like I can't even listen to what this person is saying because of what they're doing is like so annoying and like the worst thing. So they're just asking you to have a little compassion on that, and you'll be surprised what will happen if you do. Okay. All right, Tiffany, it must not have been you. Then it must have been, well, I thought I had another T at the beginning. So it doesn't matter. Here you go. Trust your intuition. Whirly the narwhals coming in for you. Narwhals, also elementals. Totally no one is surprised, right? Trust your intuition. What's coming forward for you is a message from your spirit guides. And if you're not listening, then how are they going to help you? These are like your number one helpers in the world. They're teaching you how to do everything, how to get everything that you want in this life. And if you don't know how to listen, if you don't know how to believe what they're telling you, then you're lost. That's why, when people are like worried about opening their psychic senses, they're so worried. Well, what happens if I start seeing dead people walking around? Like, it really freaks me out. I don't know if I want to be psychic. Well, guess what? We're all psychic. And if you don't know how to use it, it's like turning off your best guidance system in the whole world. And you can learn to be empowered with your psychic senses instead of learning, and this is not like just to youth, but to everyone, like, when we are afraid of them and we turn them off and we're like, I don't want anything to do with that. Well, then we're just putting ourselves living in the dark, and our spirit guides can't help us at all. For you, your spirit guides are telling you something, and they're telling you very strongly, and you're going to have to trust it. Just trust it. And when you start to trust it, you're going to see things turn around for you so much. I don't know if I can fix my hair, so that's it. Hi, Tracy. You got adventure. Khaki. The amethyst fairy comes forward to say, what an adventure for you. They're just showing me lots of adventurous things. And then they show me that you're feeling adventurous. You're feeling like things are going well for you. And there's so much adventure. I could do this. Like, you're starting to get ideas. Ooh, I could do this. Go ahead and act on those ideas. Practice them. And find places to do that, and start with those ideas. Go ahead and start whatever the little ideas are that coming for you. They are coming for a purpose. Thank you, Judy. Okay, you were right. Oh my goodness, thanks for paying attention. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, Tiffany. It looked the same with the big red T. Okay, Lynn. You get courage, Mateo, the griffin. We've been studying griffins this month in my tag Lightworkers program. Mateo comes forward to tell you, you know what? With courage, you can do anything. So that thing that you want to do that seems really hard, all you need to do is courage and grit. So I feel like this person who's saying grit is a past loved one. And he's like, you just need to use that grit that you've got. Use it to get through, to get to where you want to go. Just decide you're going to work extra hard, and you're going to get there, and you will be so rewarded. Use your courage, use your grit, is what they're saying. Hi, Amy. Okay, we're going to go really fast because we're almost done. Call for clearing coming up for you. Tsitsula, the diamond light dragon. This is one of Archangel Gabriel's diamond light dragons. They come forward for clearing. And so you might need a little spiritual clearing of yourself, or maybe your house or a situation. They're coming forward to tell you that, it's not the most awesome thing, but they're saying that maybe you don't realize it. And if you did get some clearing, you would feel miles better and things would fall into place. They actually have, I hear it and I see it like a puzzle popping into place, like everything popping into place if you could just get a good spiritual clearing. So go to a spiritual healer, Reiki master, something like that, someone all of us that do this work, it's so important. I absolutely think that everyone should do it. I do it more than once a month. I hold space for hundreds of people. So I go to my own spiritual clearing all the time. And it is incredible how it can help. Stacy, that's so cool. You got divine change, Stacy. Babette's the unicorn coming forward to you to tell you that a big change is coming, wonderful change, a beautiful change. Spirit is behind it, but it might not feel awesome. So I get that. It's not every once in a while I pull this card and it's like the change might be scary. It might be a little like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that would happen. But just remember, if something does happen that feels a little scary, or I hope I can do this. I hope I can do this. That it's all good and it's going to turn out so well. It's all happening for your highest and greatest good. Andrea, you got trust and patience. Finally, the servitor coming forward to you to say, just trust and keep taking one step forward. You're not in the dark, you're in the light. Your spirit guides are with you. This is my favorite card, isn't it pretty? One of my favorites. Your spirit guides are with you. They're taking every step with you. They're walking you, and that you're doing well. You're okay, and they're walking you, and it's going to be really great. Okay. Okay. Joanne, you got now. Bert, the vessel giant, coming forward to you to tell you now's the time. I hear the words strike while the iron's hot. Don't lose your window. This is a really important time. Okay. Yes, I did pull for you, Sarah, already. Okay, everyone. It's 11:59, so we're going to go to the group card in healing for everyone. You got observe your thoughts. Tristan, the Daisy Fairy. Look how tiny she is. See? She comes forward to say, watch what you're thinking, because whatever you're thinking is manifesting in your life. So if you are thinking about like worst case scenarios, that's not exactly manifesting the greatest thing. So you have to watch that, that primal mind that's overthinking, thinking of, worst case scenarios, thinking about taking you to places where you definitely like, what would I do if this happened? And it's like the worst scenario. And then you're like, why am I even thinking this? This is terrible. You don't want to do that. And so you want to like flip yourself out of that. Make sure you're thinking about things that you want to happen, that you're embodying the feelings that you want to happen. This is not spiritual bypassing. This means that if you have some thoughts that you can't get rid of, some worries, then you need to do some shadow work. You can find all kinds of instructions of that in my blog on Soundwaves Heal, shadow work blog, blog post. And you might need a session. You might need some help. You might need spiritual guidance. But you got to get through the things that are bothering you so that you can feel light and joy and you can manifest good things. If you can't stop thinking about it, then you probably need a clearing. If you can work through it, accept it, do all the little tricks I give you in the shadow work blog post, then you'll be able to spend 30 seconds to 5 minutes on your problem, accepting it, feeling better, letting it release, and then feel lighter, happier, go on with your day to manifest all the things that you want. And that's how you do it. It's not about pushing it away and thinking that it's going to go away if you don't look at it. That makes it grow. And because it's never stopping them. And then that's when it becomes like a circle in your mind. So I'm going to give you all a healing for that to help you get out of that circle, if anything's happening there or whatever's going to help you. So hope that's helpful. I'm Rachel Chamness at Soundwaves Heal. And if you are wanting to do some healing in higher dimensional realms and you are ready to step in as a master light worker, healer, and giver of messages, then I'd love to see you either in my group, which is 5D Daily, or send me a PM and like my Facebook page. I'll see you around. I'm at Soundwaves Heal everywhere, social media. Not TikTok, except for TikTok. I'm too old for that. Okay, everyone, have a great day and see you later.